I think Eric said the branch manager is going to join. Let me see if I can message her real quick,
Not
um,
a problem.
and see.
Just a quick question.
Well, good after. Give me just a moment here. I've got a couple settings I got to change. Good afternoon, Patrick. My name is Scott. I am the representative for the Linga team within within PNC. Here to talk to you today a little bit about the point of sale needs for the location. What I usually like to do with these demos in the beginning is kind of get an understanding of how you use POS from your point of view and what you're looking to have done with your POS and how you want your POS to behave. What kind of
Okay.
hardware you're looking for and what kind of features are important to you. I want to show you the things that are only really important to you, okay?
Okay.
So tell me a little bit about the business and then tell me a little bit about your POS needs.
All right. So for us right now, because we're just starting, so pretty much just the basics. We need a swiper for the cards, and then we need like an inventory system on the back end. That's pretty much right now what we really need, because we're just starting.
Okay. Talk to me about the restaurant. Tell me a little bit about the food and the process and how I would order if I walked in.
Okay. So we're not a restaurant. We're a manufacturer for frozen food. And we also do food pop up events.
Okay.
So primarily that's where we will really be using the POS at this point, the pop ups. But generally, we manufacture food and we sell it direct to consumer through websites, online, or word of mouth.
All right. So we'll be mainly focusing on the pop-up events
Yes, that's where we'll be
because Linga
using the
that
POS.
was what Linga would support. Okay. So talk to me about these pop-up events.
So it's usually like just food events that like Fourth of July events, or because we're Filipinos, so I think on the 12th, I believe, we have a Philippine Independence Day event. So it's pretty much just small business owners, like selling food, services, stuff like that.
Okay. So you'll have your food items there and you'll be selling them to the general public.
Yes,
Okay. Excellent. And so what we really just need is a terminal, some place to ring in the orders, some
yes,
place to take payment, and I'm assuming internet's going to be provided at the locations.
yes, it will be.
Excellent. So Linga is going to be a great fit for this. A very basic system, very basic service. But when we talk about inventory management, are we talking about actual recipe management or just counts of items sold?
It'll be for now. It'll be counts of items sold. But going forward, we will need also a recipe inventory as well.
Perfect. Perfect. So we're looking at Linga's Pro plan today, which will include inventory management that will include the ability to go down to the gram, the cup, the ounce of ingredient accounted for in each sold item. You don't have to build your inventory management out already, but it's there for you as part of the system.
Okay.
So what we'll be looking at today is a Android interface and the ability to go ahead and put in a order, a quick serve order, and just to ring up an item. And I'm sorry, this is a demo store, so there's not a lot of items in there. So is all of your stuff going to be pretty much pre-made?
Um. Well, when you say pre-made, like, uh, because we'll be making it and then selling it. So I guess on the inventory it'll be pre-made. Could you give me a really quick second? I'm trying to
Sure,
flip my screen over so that it's bigger when
sure.
my partners actually rewatch this.
Not a problem. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So what I mean by pre-made is when you're ringing something up there at the pop-up event, is it just going to be an item and that's it, or are you going to be doing things along the lines that have modifiers where you ring it up and then you select some add-ons and stuff like that?
It'll be pretty much just right there.
Just an
Mhm.
item. Just
Just an
the
item.
item is what it is. We're not going to add or remove anything to it.
Yes.
Perfect. Linga can absolutely support that. As you can see here, we can go ahead and have these individual items that ring as they are. Cancel that. Just
Hmm.
as it sits. We don't have to add anything to it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we need.
Perfect. So the system's going to do what you need it to do on the front of house. It's going to be able to do discounts if you want it. It's going to be able to, take payments, cash, card, credit card. Are you guys going to be using an integrated cash box, or do we um want to use just a standalone cash drawer?
Um, would you be able to expand a little bit on
So
those?
we have cash drawers with our systems that connect to the printer or connect to the terminal, and when you hit the cash button, it opens the cash drawer. Some people at pop-up events don't care about that. They want to just have a little cash box that's under the table where they just take the cash and put it in the cash box.
Oh yeah,
Are you got
yeah, just the second one, just a cash box under the table.
so something that's not supplied by us, just a lockable metal box that you
Yes,
throw money in.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
Hmm.
So it's another piece of hardware we really don't need. Um, Again, trying to slim things down for you.
Hmm.
Now, are we going to want to have a customer-facing display for sign on screen, or are we going to want to just do email text receipts?
Email text receipts.
So we don't need to have the customer sign and tip on the screen.
Oh, you mean the part where you add the tip and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That'll be nice to have actually.
Okay. Because I have two different sets of Android hardware, and the reason I'm going to be specing the Android hardware for you is because it's got the printer built right in.
Hmm.
With you not having a network there, but you having internet, with the printer built right in and the card reader Bluetooth right to the device, you don't have to worry about network and sending stuff across the network.
Hmm.
Because of a pop-up event, this is going to be your best way to do the hardware for you.
Right.
So this system's going to do what you need it to do in the front of house as far as taking of an order.
Okay.
As far as the back of house goes, let me move this little thing here. The reports and everything that's going to be powered on here, the dashboard, where you're going to be able to see sales, see your transaction totals, take a look at any of the totals of your net sales for the day, by order number. Take a look and see what's actually been ordered. You're going to get all your reports on the back of house for your sales. See what products are selling, what categories are being sold, menu item sales reports. This is where your original sales reports are going to be. I sold one of these, three of those, six of this. All exportable as an Excel, all downloadable as a PDF or a CSV file.
Hmm.
So you're going to have the data you need over any time frame, any date. If this demo store had been open, I could go back in time to 2005 and look at sales on January 3rd if I wanted to.
Uh-huh.
There's not going to be any data there because the store wasn't open,
It
but
was, yeah.
we can actually see all of our orders right here. This is our general kind of report that tells us what items sold, what's actual menu items sold. When we go into an inventory management, we can go and take a look at our actual inventory here and take a look at our actual sales of purchased items, our consumption logs. What did we consume um, and sell? Any inventory adjustments, or compare our inventory item history. From our dashboard, we can actually look and get low stock alerts based on our sales and your par levels so that you can do reorders based on sales made at your pop-ups.
Hmm.
Any questions so far?
None so far.
Please interrupt me with any questions at any time. Anything else you want to see, anything else you want to dig into, please let me know. All
Okay.
right. So this is again going to have all those reports, all those settings, and you are going to have the ability to take credit cards, dip, chip, and swipe.
Mm-hmm.
So the chip reader, tap to pay, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Android Pay is going to be accessible as well.
Okay. And will we be able to take also if orders if there's no credit card, like just entering the credit card information?
Manually typing in a credit card information,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Ah, okay.
That would run as a card not present. We would treat it the same way as if you were doing an order over the phone.
Okay.
What other capabilities and features and functions are going to be important? Because this is pretty. The way you're setting this up as a pop-up event is a it's complex but simple at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What other questions? What other setups do we want to see? What other product setups settings do you want to see?
Because right now we're really on just the basic. It's pretty much just connecting the sales that we have to the inventory we have in the back end.
It's
Um,
anytime you run a sale, it's going to take it out of your inventory totals.
oh, nice. Yeah, that's the big thing for us right now because we're manually doing it. So it gets harder for one of our partners who's also the accountant balancing all those stuff manually. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So it's going to actually tell you where you're storing it and how much your stock is, and your low stock alerts tell you what your low stock on based on your par levels.
Hmm.
Everything you're going to need to be in there. All your modifiers are in there, all your recipes, and we're going to train you on how to use all this stuff.
That's good.
All the
Yeah.
training's done remote and it's done recorded. And I know you can understand the value of doing the recorded session because then you don't have to worry about not having it to refer back to.
Right, right. Um, yeah, I think it's got the basics that we need now. But we could once we grow and we need more features, you do have those as well, right?
What features would you need to be adding?
Um, well, I think the big thing for us, like when we grow, is really just tracking inventory, which you already have. So
That's already included.
that's
Yep.
really, yeah, that's really the big thing that we really need. Just getting how do they call it, traceability, like all the way down to the last ingredient that we use, all the stuff. It's there too, right?
That's already yeah. That's already included.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. That's
What
really the
what
big
we
difference. Hmm.
what's also included is our gift card program.
Oh,
Loyalty loyalty and rewards are an add-on
mm-hmm.
that you can add on later, but the gift card program is included if you want to use gift cards.
Okay. Okay.
All you'd have to pay for is the plastic, the
Hmm.
actual cards,
Yes. Okay.
and I mean that's about where you are.
Yeah, that's really what we need at this point. Also, how much would it cost us?
So we have a couple of ways to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Linga is not a contract.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pay for the hardware up front, and there's a setup fee for programming and training.
Mm-hmm.
That's the setup fee is $5.99. The hardware that we've kind of specced out, which is going to be the one full size terminal with a 15-inch front facing display and a 10-inch rear facing, and the credit card reader. You don't need a cash reader. You don't need a kitchen printer.
Mm-hmm.
After discounts, including shipping, the equipment runs at $925.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's two ways to pay for the software. It's either month to month or you pay all at the beginning of a year. Still not a contract either way. If you pay at the beginning of the year for the full year, you get about a 30% discount. The monthly for all the services we discussed is $99.
Okay.
$99.97. Let me be honest on that, okay?
Okay.
And that includes the customer facing display, the credit card reader, all your customer support, all your customer service, all your tech support. There are no additional fees.
Okay.
Credit card processing rates are handled by our team at PNC.
Okay. Um, Sorry, just could you run me through one more time for clarification because I'm pretty sure my partners would ask. There were two types of fees or payments that we were going to do, right? The first one was the 595, which
Well, so the
covered
$5.99 is a setup fee.
599 is a setup fee,
I'm
and
going to send you
then
all this stuff in writing too.
oh yeah, good. Yeah, that'll be okay then if you send in writing.
Yeah. Let me do it again though. Hardware is paid for up front. Your
Mhm.
hardware costs, including all shipping and discounts, is $927.
Mhm.
Your setup fee, which would be due at signature, is $599. That includes all training, front of house training and back of house training, remote training, all of the pre-programming of the system. We're also going to be programming your menu. You supply us with the menu, we program it all in.
Okay.
We set up the system with you through our implementation team. Takes about 30 days.
Hmm.
And then your monthly service costs, if paid month to month, are $99.97. If you were to pay that software on a yearly basis at the beginning of every term, 1 year term, it's not a contract, it's just a 1 year billing cycle,
Hmm.
would be $839. So it's a 30% discount
Okay,
for doing it yearly. And again, I'm going to send all these numbers over.
got it. Sounds good.
This is the
Also,
solution you're going to need for the pop-up that has the inventory.
right. Also, what are the charges for when purchases are made?
For credit card transactions,
Yeah, transaction fees.
that would be handled by our PNC partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that's a question for them.
and I can touch on that real quick, Patrick. So,
Oh,
as far as the transactional rate, your processing cost, it would be our simplified swipe, non-swipe pricing. So with that, any transaction that you would take in person with that card present, whether it's swiping, dipping, or contactless, is going to be 2.6% plus 10 cents. And then any transaction where you were to manually key in that card information, it would be 3.45% plus 15 cents per transaction.
okay. Uh, Sounds good. Michael, right?
Yeah, it's Mike.
Would you be able to send it as well to my email, so I could show it over to them?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can definitely
what
send
we're
that
going to do
information.
is I'm going to send Michael and the team my numbers,
Mm-hmm.
my quote information, and
Mm-hmm.
then what they can do is they can put that together in an email with your processing rates so you get it all in one email.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Michael, does that work for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. I'll wait for that email.
What any other
Yeah.
questions we have about the system?
No, I think everything we need is in the system. It's just a matter of running the numbers, I guess, at this point. I like it, but I have five other members with me.
I like it, but I'm not allowed to make my own decisions without everybody else involved. I completely understand.
Yeah.
We do. It's not an uncommon thing. We want to make sure everybody knows this is the right solution.
Right, because we each have different roles. So for me, it's more on the operations. So it's more on complying with the health department, all that stuff. So I was asking on the inventory and if I could trace it all down, and that's a big thing for
Oh,
them.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can mark out wastage if there's wastage.
Hmm.
Um, Anything like that. If anything needs to be wasted out, it can be removed from the inventory as well.
Got it. It sounds good. Yeah. I mean,
All right.
it works out great for me. It's just showing it over to them when we meet
Let me
tomorrow.
go.
Actually.
Let me go ahead and um get these numbers put together, and we can go from there.
Yeah.
Thank you much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate that. And then once I get that email, then Patrick we'll be back in contact with you as well. It
Okay.
would either be myself or Eric, as I'm just stepping in for Eric at the moment right now.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I'll just wait for you guys to contact me with those numbers.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all's time today.
All right. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
much.
much.
You're welcome. You have a great weekend.
You
Okay,
too.
bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank